In 2009, The Hurt Locker was released, and of course it would go on to win Best Picture that year and Best Director, among other awards. And it was also nominated for Best Actor for a man named Jeremy Renner, a great actor that's gone on to have a successful career after that film got released. I know he's been working in the business for a long time, but finally got the respect that he deserved. And of course he's in the Avengers and the new Avenger movie coming out next year. He's just had an amazing career. Now he has a brand new film that stars him. It is called Kill the Messenger. Now there's a lot of amazing actors and actresses that are in this film, but let's just talk about Jeremy Renner. Now Jeremy Renner is an exceptional actor. He's one of my favorite actors working today. He's been nominated a couple times, and one day I believe he will definitely hold an Oscar. In this film, it is based on a true story, but I will tell you right now, I wasn't that intrigued to watch it. I remember seeing the trailers and being like, it looks interesting, but I think I'm really interested to see this film mainly on the fact that it stars Jeremy Renner. Now, there are other major releases that came out this weekend, but I think I wanted to support this film. It got a small release. There's other films I can see next week, but I was definitely wanted to be more supportive to this film, hoping it would be really interesting and very good. Now, the film is based on a true story, and Jeremy Renner plays a true man who is a journalist by the name of Gary Webb, and he worked for a newspaper company in San Jose, and one day in 1996 he gets the story of a lifetime that includes the U.S. government, drug trafficking, Nicaragua, and the CIA, and he probably gets in way over his head. Of course, this is based on a true story, based on a true man, and I know that it is a film. It has to try and combine all these elements in about an hour and 52 minutes, at the same time be entertaining, do justice to the main character. But, you know, as an audience member, I kind of wanted to learn something for the very first time, because this story was completely new to me. I didn't know about this going into watching this movie. I learned all this information while watching the film. Now, this happened in the late 90s, and if I remember correctly, what I was doing in the late 90s, I was pretty much just hanging out with my friends, going to school, going to work, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life, if this girl actually really liked me or not. All this crazy stuff going on to really not be aware of this story that happened in 1996 and 1997. So I felt like today I actually learned something. I actually found about something that I wasn't really aware of, and it was very informative. And I think the film, I'm going to try and judge the film as a film and as the story as a story. Now, I think the story is completely interesting, and I'll get into that a little bit. But as a film, this was a very well-made film, well-paced, well-acted. Jeremy Renner is great, and of course, there's a lot of people that are in this film. I mean, there's a huge laundry list. His wife in the wife in the film is played by Rosemary DeWitt, who's a great actress, who's just in Men, Women, and Children, and she's also working in television. But there's a lot of people. You can go on IMDb and find out everybody that's actually working in this film. But I just want to focus on Jeremy Renner. He's a great actor. He's a wonderful actor, and he does a great performance in this film. And he definitely deserves Oscar consideration for the movie. Though I think this is a small film, small release, and I don't know how big this film is actually going to get in the near future, but I think he deserves it. If he doesn't get nominated or not, that's fine. I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt it. But he just gives a stellar performance, and he definitely helps carry the film into this really strange journey as we get to know this journalist, get to know where he's going, as he's trying to discover the story, and also at the same time, he might be threatened by the people that he exposes, and he wants to protect his family as there's other things going on in his life. And I felt this story to be really interesting. Now, again, yes, it is based on a true story, but of course, the movie has to be entertaining, it has to be insightful, and you have to care about the characters. It is a really great character study, and I think it really does a good job at that. I don't know how much truth is actually in this movie. It does uncover a lot of interesting ideas that I'm definitely going to explore as I go on the internet. Thanks to the internet, we can actually go on, learn more about this story, learn more about the true individual, because what really happens in this film is really tragic and very sad as I talk about the story. Now, I don't know much about Gary Webb and his whole life and his whole dealings with getting this story out, uncovering these truths, and also dealing with the fact that he might not have the full story and not be able to really tell the full story. So it does battle that, and it does a really good job at being an entertaining film and trying to capture this story and get you to care about these characters, get you to care about this situation, and ultimately come out of the theater thinking about this story, thinking about these people, and thinking about what's going on in our country today, especially dealing with the government and drugs, and how it affects the people that are living here and all this stuff, and I don't want to get into that much. I'm going to try and just focus on the movie. As a movie, it is a tragic story. The way this outcome of the story is completely tragic, and as I was driving on my way home, thinking about what I was going to say, I just thought about the outcome of this movie. I don't want to say what happens, but you can definitely probably go online and read about Gary Webb and what happens in his life, because it's extremely tragic. But I'm really glad that I didn't know much about the story going in, so it really affected me. Now, this might not be one of the best films of 2014, but I definitely think it is one of the most important films of the year, and I hope that throughout the month of October that it gets a wider and wider release. People get a chance to see it, because I think it's a very important story. We can learn about the government, about what's going on in this country, about journalism. It's a great story about journalism and the importance of it, the importance of free speech, the importance of knowing a lot of what's going on in this country and being a part of it. It's important, and it definitely makes me want to learn more about it, and I think that's the ultimate goal of the movie, to definitely make you think, do your part, and get more interested in what's going on in the world around you, whether you like to watch the news or not. I'm not a big fan of watching the news, and I probably won't be a big fan of ever watching the news, but I like to be informed. I like to go on the internet and find out what's going on in this country from time to time, and I think this movie did a good job to get you to care about the characters and be entertained. It's a very well-made film. It's directed well, it's written well, and the acting is great. There's some great music. It's production value. I like the way the movie looked. It's the mid-1990s. You know, not everybody has a cell phone back then, so they did a good job with that, with the cars and everything. I mean, it's the 90s. I was around. They probably made some mistakes here and there, but overall, I thought it was a well-made film that had a lot to say about what it was trying to do, and I thought it was very informative, very interesting, very educational, and entertaining. An important thing, it is entertaining. It's a really great character study. Jeremy Renner, great actor, just proves once again why he's one of our best actors working today, and I hope he has a career for the rest of his life. What more can I say? I thought this was a solid movie. Again, not one of the best, but one of the most important. I definitely say check it out, go see it. Hopefully you can find it in your theater, in your local theater, wherever you may live. I recommend Kill the Messenger, and I will give the film a 3.5 stars out of 4. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLoveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Love Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePod.com, and if you've enjoyed this video movie review, please click right here, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you thought. Yes. Let me know what you thought of Kill the Messenger. Have you seen the film? What do you think about this story? What do you think about the whole story of Gary Webb? I'd like to know. Put in the comment box below. Inform me. I'd like to know more about it. I'm definitely going to go check out more about his life and find out more about this story. It's very fascinating, very interesting. And again, let me know if you like the movie or not. And I wish you a happy day, a wonderful night, and a wonderful life. And I'll talk to you by next movie review. Bye, everyone, and peace be with you, my friends.